Hey everyone, this is Pete. Welcome back to Atari A to Z, a series of short playthroughs of Atari 8-bit games, some of which I grew up with and some which are new to me. Today is one of the former. This is Laserhawk. This was a 1986 release by Red Rat Software. Red Rat we haven't really seen much of on this series so far, but they were pretty prolific back in the day throughout sort of the mid to late 80s, I'd say. Their games tended to have fairly mixed reception. Some of them were really good and some of them were absolute garbage. But yeah, there were some fairly well established classics among them, most of which actually ended up being the ones that were based on fairly established concepts. Laserhawk was one of those games that was very well received back in the day. It was acknowledged that it was very similar to a lot of things we'd seen previously, but it pulled it off really well. It proved particularly popular with platform fanboys at the time, because the end-level bases that you're destroying throughout the game bear an uncanny resemblance to certain rival computer manufacturers. Well, you know, platform fanboyism was fairly understandable at the time because these computers were quite expensive, so it's not like today where someone would pick up all of the available console platforms or anything like that. You'd have a platform and you'd stick with it and you'd be fiercely loyal to it. And the magazines and stuff that you read would sort of reinforce that feeling of loyalty to the platform that you'd chosen. So to have a game where you could blast Commodore logos, it was an Atari fanboy's dream come true. This game was pretty well received back in the day. As I say, it got an 8 out of 10 from Atari user. It's a game I've always pretty much enjoyed. So let's go play Laserhawk. Okay, here we are with Laserhawk from 1986 by Red Rat Software and Andrew Bradfield, who was from New Zealand, I believe. Not that that's especially relevant, but here you go. This title screen always reminded me a bit of Boulder Dash, because that had a very similar sort of dotty background like that. Again, that's also not especially relevant, so let's just play Laserhawk, shall we? So, Laserhawk is a shoot 'em up. That's it, that's the video. No, there are some interesting things in this game. Most notably, the fact that explosions can kill you. Which was not a concept that I had seen in a shoot 'em up prior to this one. There we go. See, I was caught in the debris there and killed. So while you're playing this, you've got to be really careful not to get caught in the explosions of things you've destroyed. And that includes things like those little rockets and things like the ships that are flying towards you and all that kind of thing. So yeah, it adds an interesting additional layer that's not normally present in a game like this. But it also makes it quite difficult. This is one of those games I always enjoyed playing as a kid, but I was never very good at, so I don't think I ever finished the first level as a kid. I might have done. Yes, because I did see like the end-level Commodore logos and stuff at least once or twice. And I'm pretty sure that was from me playing it and not watching my brother play it or something like that. But yeah, so I think the secret to success in this game is not to get too greedy. Because yes, you could dive down and try and take out as many of those ground installations as you possibly can, but in doing so, there we go. It's the BBC logo. And we get 2,000 points for that, and move on to Zone 2. When I say BBC, I mean the BBC Micro by Acorn. And you then continue on your way in a level with a slightly different colour palette and things falling from the sky. Yes, I have definitely seen this before, so I did finish the first level as a kid. I wasn't completely incompetent at this, just mostly. Helicopter-based shoot-em-ups were kind of a thing for a little while in this period, and the thing that kind of made them unique from spaceship shooters is the fact that, like, that animation when you push forwards to accelerate, allows you to shoot diagonally down. That was like a unique thing, very specific to helicopter-based shoot-'em-ups. And not just forced scrolling ones like this. There was also games like Fort Apocalypse, where you'd explore a more sort of open-world environment, but you'd still have to take into account the way helicopters move in order to hit your targets. It always bugged me how in this game it refers to your remaining lives as ships. And they're clearly not ships, they're helicopters. You could have put helis up there. You could have put lives. But no, you put ships. Oh, nearly at the end of the level. And it's Commodore! Kill them! You'll also notice next to the bonus message there's a message gradually appears as well. So far it says Atari computer. Can't remember what it says in its entirety. I did know at one point, but yeah, I can't remember for now. And now we have to deal with enemies coming from behind as well as in front of us. So you can't just sit on the left-hand side of the screen anymore, because you've got these bastards coming up behind you. And you also have these laser bastards as well. I remember these as well, so I definitely got this far as a kid. I'm dead. It's all over. Right, let's have another go at that, because that's fun. I actually haven't played this game for a long time. This session I'm recording here, this is actually my first time revisiting this game for probably about 30 years or so. Which is quite exciting. For those who've been following this series for a while, you'll remember I've mentioned on numerous occasions that the vast majority of the Atari 8-bit collection I had as a child consisted of pirate copies. This game always stands out to me a bit because it was one of the few that we actually had an original boxed copy of. That it just occurs to me that I didn't show in the introduction. That's a shame, isn't it? Maybe I'll find a way of editing it in somehow. But yeah, we did actually have an original boxed copy of this that I've still got. Which is nice. Because yes, having those old disc boxes full of hundreds and hundreds of games is fantastic, but sometimes it's just nice to be able to look at the dodgy old box art from these old releases, because some of the box art from the period was just atrocious in an absolutely magical sort of way. Right, again, I need to take my own advice and not get too greedy. Like, every time I'm dying, it's because I'm getting too greedy. I'm trying to take out too many targets and just coming a cropper because of it. So, I just need to hang back, concentrate on survival, and make it to the end. Bye-bye, BBC. You suck. Except for Dragon World. You were pretty sweet. See, I'm concentrating now, and I'm doing better. Yeah, this is a really fun game, actually. It's like, I remember this being quite good and quite enjoying it as a kid, but revisiting it now, no, I'm really enjoying this. Oops. I mean, as the reviews at the time said, it's not doing anything especially remarkable and new. I think the only sort of real unusual thing that it does is the explosions being able to kill you. Which actually I don't really recall being mentioned all that much. But it was something that really stood out to me when I played it back in the day. But yeah, this is really solid. It controls well. It's satisfying to play. There's lots of things to shoot. There's obvious ways to improve your skills and get better at it. Alright, on to zone 3. The red one. Oh, hello, you're new. We don't like you. Oh, disappointing. Well, I have beaten my high score though. Good work, me. Less good. Go away! With your stupid homing missiles. No! Laser to the face! As tempting as it is to play this all night, because I really enjoyed that. Yeah, let's leave that there for now. So that is Laserhawk by Red Rat Software and Andrew Bradfield. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. New episodes of Atari A to Z are on Tuesdays and Atari ST A to Z on Thursdays. Check out atariatoz.wordpress.com for a full archive. Do please also check out my other projects moegamer.net, where I explore Japanese and Japanese-inspired games from yesterday and today, and videopackgames.wordpress.com, which aims to catalogue the small but well-formed library of the Philips G7000 Videopack computer, also known as the Magnavox Odyssey 2. You can also support my work on Patreon or buy me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.